but I don't know who they are. Right
All
off.
right. So, let's see, who do we have on the jail court iPhone and in medical?
Jail court iPhones, we have position number 28, Mr. Ragler.
I think that's a conflict case, Judge.
Okay, we'll have to wait on Ms. McLeod for that one. Let's see, who do we have in medical?
Position number 3, Booker.
And who's representing Mr. Booker?
Judge, hold on just a second. I'm not sure if it's Ms. Madison or Ms. Kim.
What was the last name? Your Honor?
Position number 3, Mr. Booker.
It will be Miss Madison, PD Madison.
Okay, are you with me, Ms. Madison? Good morning.
Yeah. Yes, good morning, Your Honor. My apologies.
No problem. Let's see, Ms. Desiano, good morning. Is this your case?
Good morning, Your Honor. I think I'm alone this morning, so yes.
Oh, okay. They're all your cases.
Yes.
Okay.
For now, anyway.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Booker. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Ms. Madison, it's my understanding that this is going to be a plea this morning. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Booker, if you can raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can place your hand down. Yes, Ms. Desiano.
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommendation is 12 months to serve 38 days, credit for time served 19 days, balance probated, complete an anti-theft course, pay a $500 fine, and stay away from all Walmart locations. And we'd ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and ID for purposes of the plea, nothing further.
Yes, Ms. Madison.
We do so stipulate.
Okay, Mr. Booker, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 008238H, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Booker. When you complete the anti-theft course and pay the $500 fine, I'll have the probation terminate. So the sooner you get that done, the sooner you're not going to be on probation, okay?
I just want to ask one question, please. The fine, could I do community services?
Yes, sir. That's fine with the court. So 50 hours of community service instead of the $500 fine. That's what you would prefer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I take it that no one has any objection to that.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Again, you'll be on probation until you complete the community service and the anti-theft class. Good luck to you, Mr. Booker.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. I see that let's see if she's still on the line. Ms. McLeod had joined us. Okay. I don't see her with us at the present time. Who do we have next at medical?
Well, this person is Miss McLeod, so what I can do is just switch. If the Spanish interpreter on, I can go to that person.
Are we gonna have a Spanish interpreter this morning?
I'll check and see, Judge. I was not aware of it. Let me double
Okay,
check.
I saw on the calendar from Ms. Kim that at least one of the cases was put on the Thursday calendar for a Spanish interpreter. So I'm not. So if someone will just let me know if we're going to have one with us today, please. Thank you, Ms. Lewis.
So we can go
Let's
ahead.
see.
Judge, we can do Mr. Hernandez. He said he can understand English a little bit. He's position number 8 through 11.
Okay. And that was, Mr. Hernandez was the case that I had down was going to be reset until Thursday. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So Mr. Hernandez, we will see you back on Thursday. All right, Mr. Cohen, which case are you here on for this morning?
Good morning. I happen
Good
to,
morning.
I got an email about a Thomas Howard. I represented him in the criminal case. I'm happy to help out here today. I think it's probably on a probation calendar. And my understanding is he has an issue in Superior Court. So regardless of what happens here, I don't think he's not going to be released anytime soon. He's position 9 on the probation calendar. And I got the email, and I happen to be available. So I said I'd be happy to help out.
And Judge and Mr. Cohen, the recommendation from probation is time served and terminates, which I'm sure Mr. Cohen does not object, so.
No, that's fine. I just want to make sure that everything got handled. Yeah, he won't be released today, but we can certainly go ahead and do that. There's no better result than that. So.
Okay, I'm not sure when we'll have him available, Mr. Cohen, but I just wanted to see which case that you had this morning. Okay.
Yeah, is there a need for me to stay on the call, because if probation's agreeing just to time serve and terminate the case, it's not.
Judge, I can handle it. I can handle it, Judge.
Okay, all right.
Thank you so much.
You're
Have a
welcome.
wonderful day, guys. Take
You the
care.
same.
Bye-bye. Yep.
All right. Yes, Ms. McLeod, we have good morning. We have a couple of your clients that are ready to go. Let's see. Who do we have first for Ms. McLeod?
We have position number 30, position number 28, Mr. Ragland.
Okay. Ms. McLeod, what are we doing with Mr. Ragland this morning?
Morning, Your Honor. I haven't had a chance to speak with Mr. Ragland yet. My other client is in medical, and I was able to speak with him this weekend, so I know what I'm going to be doing with him.
Okay, so why don't we hold on for just a moment with Mr. Ragland, and we will put you all into a breakout room. Let's go to medical, and tell me again what your client's name in the medical is, Ms. McLeod.
Toma.
The last name, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, his last name is Toma, I believe, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
This is Bates, position number 3 for Ms. McLeod.
First one we're talking.
Toma Bates.
Toma Bates.
Should have froze over last night.
Position 3 on the probation calendar?
No, he's not on the probation calendar.
Position 3 on the regular calendar.
We've already done position 3 on the regular calendar.
I'm
That was
sorry.
Mr. Walker.
The add-on, Judge. He's not add-on.
Mr. Bates, Toma Bates.
He's on the add-on counter, Judge, position number 1 on the add-on.
Can someone send me the add-on calendar, please?
Sure.
Okay, so can we get Ms. Desiano the add-on calendar? Can I just, while you're getting that, Ms. Desiano, can I give you the case number?
Sure.
It's 24 CR 008158A.
Miss McLeod, do you have an offer on that?
Yeah. Yes, I do have an offer on that. It's an offer for him to spend 180 days. So he's rejecting that offer, but I wanted to address the issue of his bond, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Desiano, let me know when you're ready to proceed.
Judge, it looks like he has, I can tell you what the bond is really quick.
Okay,
He has
$1,000 bond.
$1,000 good bond. That was your bond on December 16th.
okay. Let's see, can you tell me the facts, please?
Yes, one moment. This incident happened on December 14th. Officers were dispatched to 33 MLK Junior Drive in regards to a physical altercation. Upon arrival, they spoke with the victim, Miss Leona Owens, who stated that she was taking drugs with Mr. Bates, and after there was a dispute at their tent at the Central Presbyterian Church, he went to her tent and asked for her to have sex with him. She said no, and he assaulted her by picking up he struck her in the face and stomach multiple times. And then at that point, the victim picked up a bottle to defend herself and threw it at Mr. Bates, but missed. And then Mr. Bates struck her multiple times in the face. Again, the victim had visible bruising all over her face and swelling to her forehead. When the officers spoke with the defendant, he stated that the only reason he gave the victim drugs was the promise that she would have sex with him afterwards. And then when she didn't hold up her end of the deal, he was angry. And that's the basis, the factual basis, Your Honor. And at this point, the bond's already low. It's $100,000 surety bond. So the state would ask that the bond remain as set.
Did I ask for, I believe I remember Mr. Bates, did I ask for a social worker visit for him on the bond order?
See, just X'd out of that. You did. It's not on the order, Your Honor, but I think this was my case on SCA. I vaguely remember it. It's not on the order, but
Okay.
I'm sure you asked for it.
Okay, I think that I asked for a social worker visit, Ms. McLeod, so that I could assist him with housing, so that he would have some assistance of somewhere to go besides that location when he got out. Does he have a place to reside? Do you know?
No, Your Honor, he's still homeless, but he has an address, a good address where he can get mail at. You know, we just believe that 180 days is a long time, and his version of what happened is a little different, Your Honor. And I was hoping that the court would consider giving him a signature bond. He will show up for court.
Okay, and so he has a good place to get mail, and
Yes,
is
Your
what
Honor.
you're telling me.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I will reduce the bond to a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial. I'll make it level 1. I do want him to have a social worker visit, Ms. McLeod, again,
Yes, Your Honor.
to assist with anything that he with housing or anything else that he may need. No further contact with Ms. Owens. Stay away from the incident location. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So if you can prepare that for the court, Ms. McLeod. Mr. Bates, I'm going to allow you to sign your own bond and be on pretrial, but you have to make sure that you report to your next court date, or a warrant will be put out for you. Okay, sir?
I will, sir. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Good luck to you, Mr. Bates.
All right, thank you,
Your
sir.
Honor.
Okay, so now can we put Ms. McLeod and jail court's iPhone into a breakout room so she can discuss her other matter?
Mr. Ragland.
Excuse me, good morning. And as soon as
Yes.
good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Officer Milton.
Good morning. As soon as Attorney McLeod finished, I will give her a call so she can talk to her next time.
Okay, thank you. So once she gets out of the breakout room, we'll let you know. Is there anyone in ACDC that we can take?
Yes, Your Honor. I have Ms. Sweatman, position 38.
And this is going to be a plea this morning, is that correct?
That is correct, Judge. And Ms. Desiano, we're requesting the community service and the 8-week anger management classes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Haddad, which case are you talking about?
Position number 38, 38, Sweatman.
Okay, and you're electing community service and the anger management. Got it.
The judge will be asking for non-reporting upon completion of all the conditions, Judge.
No objection.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Sweatman. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Ms. Desiano.
Yes, Your Honor, the state's recommendation for count 1, reckless conduct, state's gonna move to null pros. For count 2 is simple battery, 12 months to serve 42 days, credit for time served 21 days, balance probated. 8 weeks of anger management and no firearms. Count 3, the seatbelt violation, the state will move to null pros. And count 4, the obstruction, 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 2, and 30 hours of community service. We'd ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and ID for purposes of the plea.
We stipulate, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Swetman, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 008215A, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery against a police officer and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yeah, he's awesome.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir, I do.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Swetman. When you complete the terms, the probation will terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation, okay?
Can I get the number to the probation office? Is that okay?
You can speak with Mr. Haddad after court for anything you need in that regard.
Okay, all right, thank you so much.
All
y'all have
right.
a good day. Oh, I'm sorry, have a seat. I got you. Next, we have position 15, Miss Jones, Chiquita
Ms. Kim?
Jones.
That's gonna be negotiated plea as well, Judge.
Good morning, Ms. Jones. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're completing by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay, thank you. You can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Ms. Desiano.
Yes, Your Honor, the state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 38 days, credit for time served 19 days, balance suspended, stay away from 1559 Alma Street Southwest in Atlanta. And we'd ask defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and ID, nothing further.
We stipulate, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Jones, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 008247Y, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Absolutely, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Absolutely not, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Absolutely, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Absolutely, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Jones. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Okay, so can anyone tell me what's going on now?
It's my understanding that this is time served, so without any conditions on it, you just to stay away from that Alma Street address, 1559 Alma Street. You understand you can't go back to that address?
Absolutely not. Don't go back ever again. And where I be going home today, sir?
If you don't have anything else holding you, then you'll go home. You'll be released as soon as the jail can process you out. Okay.
Okay, so I'll be leaving today.
As soon as they can process you out.
Absolutely, sir.
Okay.
And what is my attorney name again?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand you, ma'am.
And what is my attorney name?
That's Mr. Haddad.
Mr. Haddad. Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Up next.
No, I have, if ACDC can call me on the courtroom too, I forgot to speak to one individual, number 36, Kenesha Smith.
Okay, I think Miss Officer Milton is back with us now. You want to say that again?
If I can speak to Kenesha Smith, position number 36, I forgot to speak to her yesterday.
Okay.
Just whenever you
Ms.
can.
McLeod put in the chat that she needed to speak with her.
Oh, okay, great. That answers my dilemma then, Judge. So it's Ms. McLeod's case.
Yeah,
Let's
can I
see.
just-
Okay.
one more question, Your Honor.
Okay,
McCurrick, Christine McCurrick, she's supposed to have a private attorney, but I have to see if she was released.
It's my understanding that she was released this morning.
Okay, thank you so much.
Mhm.
can someone tell me what position that is?
Yes, Judge, that's position 20.
Okay, so position number 20 has been released. Okay, thank you. While we wait on Ms. McLeod, who do we have at medical?
Position number 2, Bart.
And let's see, who's representing Mr. Barge?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, this is going to be a negotiated plea, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Barge. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is a state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Desiano.
Yes, Your Honor, one quick preliminary matter. We did speak to the victim yesterday, and he does wish to have contact with the defendant. So I assume the defense won't have an objection to this, but the state's offer, if amenable to the defense, would just be the 12 months to serve 60 days, credit for time served 22 days, balance probated, no further violent contact with Mario Sadberry, remove the stay away, complete FVIP, no firearms, and 20 hours of community service.
I take it that you don't have an objection to that, Ms. Madison.
No objection.
Okay. Anything further, Ms. Desiano?
No, Your Honor, just if you could sound for the victim, Mr. Mario Sadberry, and we ask the defense to stipulate. That's it.
If Mr. Sadberry is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Ms. Madison?
We do so stipulate.
All right. Mr. Barge, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 008234A, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery family violence. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Barge. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay.
Ms. McLeod, let's see, what are we doing with your client this morning?
Your Honor, we're going to be waiving arraignment and we'll be asking for a trial for Mr. Ragland.
Okay, and so Mr. Ragland is
He's position
28, I believe.
yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
And good morning, Mr. Ragland. Your case will be returned to the division judge. You will get notification of your next hearing date, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Who do we have next? Oh, Ms. McLeod,
Yes, Your Honor.
you need to speak to the client at ACDC.
Yes, Your Honor, I do. Ms.
Okay.
Smith.
Is this Ms. Smith that's before me at ACDC, Milton? Okay, as soon as Officer, oh, here she comes. Oh, maybe not. Officer Milton, is this Ms. McLeod's client before us?
Which one is that? This is Miss Hodge. No, Kanaya Smith. Waiting. I'm gonna call. Is she ready?
Yes, Ms. McLeod is ready.
Okay, I'm gonna call her right now.
Okay,
That would be fine.
all right, thank you. Who do we have on the jail course iPhone?
We have position number 31, Mr. Robinson.
Okay. And what are we doing with Mr. Robinson this morning?
Your Honor, this is my case, 31. I believe it is negotiated plea. However, Your Honor, this one, I need to speak to my client. Can I talk to him a little bit and then maybe we get back together later? Because he was undecided about one thing.
Okay, and do we know, is there a FTA?
Yes, there is.
Okay, all right. So can we place Ms. Kim and jail court's iPhone into a breakout room, please?
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Judge, the FTA is a felony FTA.
Okay, thank you. With me, Ms. Lewis?
I'm doing it right now, Judge. I'm doing it.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, you ready for me?
Yes, who do we have?
Position 13, Ms. Hodge.
That's gonna be a plea, Judge. That's my case.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Hotch. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You can place your hand down, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
Ms.
I'm sorry, we're requesting the community service and move the fine.
Understood, thank you. Yes, Your Honor, the state's recommendation for count 1 is 12 months probation and 50 hours of community service, and for the defendant to complete the Bark Animal online cruelty course. And for count 2, 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 1 and 20 hours of community service and complete the animalcourts.com online course. We'd ask the defense to stipulate nothing further.
Your Honor, we stipulate, Judge, and we're requesting non-report upon completion of all her conditions, Judge.
No objection.
Okay. Ms. Hotch, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 007198Y, you wish to plead guilty to cruelty to animals and dog at large. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Hodge. When you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you complete those terms, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and have to pay those fees, okay? All right, good luck to you, Ms. Hodge.
Thank you, Judge.
Welcome. Good morning. Who do we have at the Marietta Annex?
We got Mrs. Smith. What's your first name, Mrs. Smith?
Duran Smith.
Mrs. Duran Smith.
Okay,
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm doing well. How's it going today?
All right, thanks for asking.
You're welcome. And tell me again, was this Brandon Smith?
No, sir, Duran Smith, D-U-R-A-N-D.
Can someone tell me where Mr. Smith is located on our calendars? I don't seem to see.
He's not on SAP, Your Honor, with that probation.
Oh, he's on the probation calendar?
I'm not sure. He's not on SAP. Let me look at the probation calendar.
The name sounds familiar. I'm wondering whether he's on the 9th. Is that-
Right, he's not on the probation calendar either.
He's not on our current calendars. What is he reset for another calendar day? Because he's not on our calendars.
Marion Annex, Mr. Smith is not on our calendars this morning. Do you know what?
Do you have a case number that he's supposed to be associated with his calendar?
No, they didn't give me the case number. They just called me from over at the jail and said that he's supposed to be in court this morning.
Okay.
Did they tell you what particular court, sir?
Judge,
It's a probation court.
Judge, the only thing, Mr. Smith has been sentenced back in, some time ago, and it appears to be a probation violation maybe, but he's not on the calendar.
It could be a probation revocation held by the original judge that sent that case assigned to, and they may have to log on from that individual judge. I need to find out the case number and what judge it's assigned to, because some judges hold their own revocation hearings.
So it's Judge Mather, the case number is.
Mather is actually this morning. I'm not sure what time I can reach out to the officer that's assigned. What is his, can you let me know the first name, his first name?
I believe it's Go ahead.
Durante Smith, D-U-R.
His name is Duran Smith.
Your Honor, I'm showing one open case with the Duran Smith, a theft by taking 21 CR 003716C, but there's no court date currently scheduled for that case.
Sir.
Okay. All right. So, if probation can let us know, or let Marietta Annex know at some point, if there is a revocation, but we don't have Mr. Smith on our calendars this morning.
Judge, what I see is he's in on a felony probation violation, Judge. That's the only cases that he's in on.
Okay, thank you. So we don't have anything for Mr. Smith in state court this morning.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right.
You all enjoy your day.
Do the same. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, who do we have next?
I can make an announcement for Robinson, who I just interviewed. He decided to have a waiver of arraignment, so I'll file the paperwork for him.
Okay, so this is William Robinson, position number 31.
Yes.
Okay. Be a waiver.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And ACDC?
Ms. Smith?
And Ms. Smith is
That's my client,
your
Your Honor.
client that you need to, have you spoken with her? I'm sorry.
I
that's your
have
client.
spoken with her, Your Honor. I just wanted to check with the state to make sure there's nothing holding her, because when I had initially interviewed her, I believe it was stated that she had had a previous arrest, but I was unable to find anything. So I wanted to double check with the state to make sure that there's nothing holding her in jail.
Let me see. But she does have a previous arrest, one prior, and let me just double check before I speak, but I want to say it was a pretrial surrender and she's got no bond on that, but
That is correct.
Yeah, 24 PI 009145 was a pretrial surrender, and it looks like there's no bond on that.
Is that a misdemeanor charge? I'm not sure what PI.
No, it's a felony. It's a criminal damage to property.
I was not able to find that in Odyssey, so I was not able to properly advise her because it just wasn't showing up.
Okay, so do you need to talk with her again, Ms. McLeod,
I do
or?
need to talk to her again, Your Honor.
Okay. So if we can place ACDC and, so that's, isn't that Ms. Smith? Is that Ms. Smith there? No?
It is Miss Smith, Your Honor.
Her
Okay,
mother, it's her mother on the line,
It is
Judge.
her mother on the line, yes.
okay. So you want to be placed back into the breakout room, Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so if we can place Ms. McLeod and ACDC back into the breakout room, please.
Is it possible to place Mom in the breakout room as well?
If you like her here.
Yes, that's fine. So Ms. Kiera, we'll place you into the breakout room also with your daughter and counsel.
Okay.
Position 3 and 4 on probation, Mr. Braddock.
I'm Brad. My foot really.
Your Honor, this is a probation violation. The recommendation is time served and terminate judge.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Braddock. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the probation revocation calendar that we're conducting by video. Let's see. Who do we have on from probation this morning?
Good morning, Your Honor. It's Ms. Allen.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Allen. I didn't see you there. Good morning.
Hi.
What are we doing with Mr. Braddock today?
Your Honor,
Listen.
that is correct. Our recommendation is for his case to be commuted to time served and terminated.
I take it you have no objection to that, Mr. Dunn?
Oh, Judge, thank you.
All right. Time served. Good luck to you, Mr. Braddock.
Thank you, Judge.
While we're waiting, Ms. Watson Cafe, are you there? You with us?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning. Which
Morning.
cases do you have on the calendar this morning?
I just have one, I believe.
Okay.
Mr. Cooper.
He's on the add-on counter, Judge.
Okay, what are we gonna do with Mr. Cooper this morning?
I'm seeing it's just a criminal trespass and he's been in for a while. I don't know if
I have a
the
simple
offer's
battery.
like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't,
Right, I have that
I'm
he has
not
a simple battery, family violence, and a criminal trespass.
okay.
He's only
I
in
didn't
jail
see
for the
the
criminal
simple.
trespass, Judge. The other one's just added on. He's not being held for that. He's only being held for criminal trespass. This was one of the cases that we had multiple defenders and we needed other conflict attorneys to assist in. And this is one that Mr. Murphy also had and Ms. McLeod had. And at the time, we were having issues with scheduling. So Judge Law appointed Mr. Murphy and Ms. Watson to these cases. And they're both on the counter. Mr. Murphy's been in and out on the counter, but he's here to represent his, also is on the add-on counter, Mr. Coleman.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Lewis. Ms. Watson Cafe, have you had an opportunity to speak with him? I saw you there. I just wanted to see if I could resolve this or if it was going to be a plea or what was going to go on this morning.
I have a number, and I guess if the state just text me, or not text, but chat me the offer, see if we can resolve this. Okay, thank you. So I guess
Okay.
if I could just get a number for him, that would be great. To contact him at the jail.
Okay. It
And I'll
seemed
send
as-
you over the other. I just sent you the simple battery one. I'll send you the criminal trespass one momentarily.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and as soon as he's before us, Ms. Watson Cafe, I'll put you into a breakout room with him.
Okay, perfect. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And I'm not seeing a Coleman on the add-on for Mr. Murphy. Is he possibly on the regular?
I'm sorry, Ms. Stussy, he's on the regular calendar.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Murphy, do you need the offer for that?
He was on previous counters. I don't know what the offer was at the time. He's been reset several times.
I don't see Mr. Murphy on with us right now.
Oh, I thought I saw him earlier. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was on earlier.
Okay.
As soon as he comes back on, I'll inquire. Yes, Ms. McLeod, do you have an announcement?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is only 19 years old. She's still in high school. She has two young children. One is only 6 months old. The whole issue, based on what I have been informed by my client and her mom, is that she was told and thought that she would be going to Superior Court to figure out what was going on with her bond because apparently she had a signature bond and the pretrial surrendered her signature bond. So she's just sitting in jail. She hasn't been to court. She doesn't have a bond on that case. And that is the big issue.
And
I
that
don't
is,
know.
so that's a Superior Court case, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor. And this this is the first time she was arrested in that week. There were two arrests in that week. She had a dispute with the father of the two children, and the father's mother had come over to her house. This is how the second arrest happened. So pretrial jerked her first bond. So she's just sitting in jail, no bond, in limbo with two really young children out there. And this is her first arrest. She's still in high school. So I don't know what can be done about her bond. It's kind of outside of.
There's nothing that I can do about that. So
I
this
understand,
court
Your
can,
Honor. I
right,
wanted to
so.
know what the state thinks if she can get to court or something. I don't even know who represents her. I can't find anything on that case in Odyssey. So,
I
Mr.
mean, as far as
do you know
we
who
have no control
represents
over what
her?
Superior Court does. I would suggest that maybe you talk to pretrial and see what their normal process is when they surrender a bond. Because I've seen several cases on today's calendar that were pretrial surrenders where there's just no bond. I don't know if that's what they do in Superior Court. If they surrender a pretrial bond, if you just get no bond, I'm not sure how it works.
Right. I don't understand what happens. She's only 19 years old. She doesn't have any kind of wherewithal to pay any bond. She has two young children.
Okay. So Ms. Roberts, are you with me?
Yes,
Robert,
I'm here.
is there any way that you can direct or have direct Ms. McLeod to whatever case that is in Superior Court so that she can properly advise her client or at least know when there's going to be a hearing date on that?
Do y'all have a case number?
I don't know.
Yes, I have the case. Oh, I only have this case number. I don't have the Superior Court case number.
One moment, I have it.
That may help me. Okay.
It's 24 PI 009145.
Could you please repeat that?
24 PI 009145.
009145?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And what does PI mean? I don't know what that means.
Pre-indictment.
Yeah, so essentially she could just sit in jail forever, for a very long time. And that is what is troubling to me.
Well, she should have an attorney on that case, and her attorney can file a motion.
Do you
for
know who her
bond.
attorney is in that case?
Let me see if I can see any information on that.
My understanding is that sometimes they don't appoint counsel before indictment, so she probably doesn't have any counsel.
He has a date set for February 5th for the pre-indictment motion to address the bond surrender with Judge Brooks.
February 5th? Wow, that's a
February
whole
5th.
month.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any information about counsel.
She's not going to be accepting a plea offer based on these kind of circumstances. I could not in good conscience advise her to take a plea based on all of this. So we're going to waive arraignment and file for speedy trial for her on these charges. And I'm going to try to find out what is going on with her other case and something, but in the meantime, she's
Ms.
sitting in
McLeod, it may be
jail.
something that you can reach out to the DA's office and work with whoever the public defender or conflict defender is and get a consent bond worked out for her. So she
Yes,
doesn't have to wait.
I think so because it just doesn't seem right for her to be just sitting in jail under these circumstances. She's never been arrested before these two arrests, and they were in the same week. It was just out of a disagreement with the father of her two children. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reach out to the DA's office today on this.
Okay, so in this case, we'll file, there'll be a waiver filed, and the case will be
Yes, Your
returned
Honor.
to the case will be returned to the division judge. Tell me the last name again, please, Ms. McLeod.
Smith, Your Honor.
Okay. Position number 36.
Kanyja Smith, Kanyja Smith.
Okay. So, Ms. Smith, Ms. McLeod's gonna see what she can do about that. There's nothing, unfortunately, that this court can do about the hold that you have. But Ms. McLeod will reach out to the DA's office, is my understanding, and see if we can move that along. Okay. Good luck to you, man.
That is what I will do. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. McLeod.
And Judge, while we're waiting, we have Mr. Kenneth Pack on the calendar. He's position 25. My notes from this case has been reset a couple of times. My notes from the last time he was on the calendar, which was December 26th, say reset to competency 11 a.m. 1/7. I think we may have just got the date wrong, and it should be reset to 1/9. Is that your understanding, Ms. Kim?
Yes.
Okay.
And he
So
did
for
a
position 25, it'll be a reset to 1/9 competency.
Thank you.
Mr. Picott?
No, this is Mr. Kenneth Pack. Do you represent Mr. Peacock?
Yes.
Okay,
Kenneth Pack?
I just sent
Okay.
over the offer to Miss Kim. I'll send it to you. And just so you know, Ms. McLeod, he has several foreign holds and he's being held on no bond on.
Yes, I'm aware that he has some holes.
Are we talking about Kenneth Pack or Picot?
She
right now
was talking about Pat before, but then I asked her about Picot.
Okay. Pack. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess we'll be in recess until someone's ready.
Mr. Murphy's on now, Judge.
Oh,
Judge.
okay. Yes, good morning, Mr. Murphy. Do you you're representing
Coleman, position
Coleman?
5. And
Okay.
I needed to go to a breakout room with him.
Okay, you have an offer and everything that you need?
I do. I believe it'll be a time served matter.
Okay. As soon as he comes before us, I'll put you into a breakout room with him, okay?
Okay, Judge, I've got another matter with Besson, so I'm gonna try to stay here.
Okay, it appears that we're not having anyone in courtroom 2 and that they are going around for medical or with the iPhone. So we'll be with you as soon as we can.
Good enough, Judge. Okay.
Thank you. We'll be in recess until someone is ready for us. Medical.
Mr. Leroy Cooper, he's on the add-on.
And I believe this is Ms. Watson Cafe's client.
I'm not sure who client.
Yes, it is, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Watson Cafe, are you with me?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I believe that you needed a breakout room with Mr. Cooper, is that right?
I do, thank you.
Okay, so medical, we're gonna place you into a breakout room with Attorney Watson Cafe.
Okay.
Donna, we're ready for a plea in courtroom 2, whenever the court is ready.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dodd. Who are we with?
Position number 30, Orion Richardson. That's gonna be a negotiated plea, Judge.
Okay,
I'll be requesting a non-report upon completion of the conditions.
yes, good morning, Mr. Richardson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Richardson. Ms. Desiano?
Yes, Your Honor, state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 124 days, credit for time served 62 days, balance probated, 40 hours of community service, and an anti-theft course. And we'd ask the defense to stipulate nothing further.
You stipulate, Judge.
Mr. Richardson, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 006958C, you wish to plead guilty to theft of lost or mislaid property. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Richardson. As soon as you complete the terms of the probation, it'll terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, good luck to you, Mr. Richardson.
Thank you, sir. Y'all, next, can we go to position number 4, Mr. Chappell?
Okay,
Your Honor, that's going to be my case, and I actually need to speak with Mr. Chappell. I had just sent that in the chat.
okay, let's see. Ms. Desiano, just for clarification, is this a felony transfer for Mr. Chappell, or have you all attempted to transfer it?
We've attempted, Your Honor. We just haven't heard back yet. So we're requesting a 1-week reset. And just for Miss Madison's benefit, I'm sure she's aware, but he has a hold from Atlanta Municipal Court with no bond. So the announcement that we received was hearing. I assume that means bond hearing, but he does have that other hold with no bond.
So, given that, Ms. Madison, can we reset this till next Tuesday? That'll give you the opportunity to speak with Mr. Chappell, and we'll see if it's declined transfer, then we will move forward here. But if it's transferred, then it will go to the DA's office. Is that fine with you?
Yes, Your Honor, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Chappell, we'll see you back next week, next Tuesday. Anyone else in courtroom 2 that we can take?
Leave, I don't know if you guys did Nasir Marcus, position 19.
Okay. No, we have not.
I think Miss Madison needs to speak with him too. She sent the
Message in the chat.
Okay, would it be easier to call?
Yeah, Miss Madison, call 404-612-0260. My apologies.
My
got it?
apologies. My apologies. I have you at 404-612, and what was the last four?
2060. Hey, what are y'all doing? Come on now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Miss Madison, this is the same situation. He has no bond on his felony cases, so I know the announcement was hearing. I assume that means bond hearing.
Well, actually, for that, I think I believe he does have a bond for this specific case, but there are other holds. But yeah,
Correct.
so that's going to be essentially we'll be waiving arraignment and having his case scheduled for a jail jury.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Anyone else that we can take in courtroom two?
That's all I have in courtroom too, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
I'm light today. Not bad. Not bad.
Okay, we'll be in recess until someone's ready.
Your Honor, we're ready for the probation revocation calendar.
Okay, who do we have?
Your Honor, this is Antonio Cloud, and the recommendation is time served, and we don't have any objections.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Cloud. I'm Judge Eric Mora. This is the probation revocation calendar that we're conducting by video. Ms. Allen, is that accurate as
Yes,
far as
Your
the
Honor.
recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. He actually has two cases, so I want to make sure I put on the record. It's for 23 CR 006897B, as well as 23 CR 007603B. Your Honor, probation is asking for both cases to be time served.
And for the criminal trespass, that's 4 days, and for the loitering and prowling, that's 41 days. That's what I have on the calendar.
I don't have a calendar in front of me. Give me 1 second.
No, that's the only thing people should do. Right, and when I said it was really good.
1 second, Your Honor. That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So I'll accept the recommendation of probation, Mr. Cloud, time served for both charges. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Judge. You doing all right? That's. Yeah, you too. Yeah, I'm not taking it all back.
Okay, Ms. Watson Cafe, do you have an announcement?
Yeah, we want to resolve this today. I can't find the offer. I thought it was sent, and then I guess when I went to the chat, it didn't. I only saw the. I'm sorry.
I already sent it.
Okay, thank you.
The one I just sent you is for the criminal trespass. And it's just a balance suspended. And then the
Okay.
other one is probation, FOB, stay away, no contact.
Okay. We are ready for a plea. I believe it's mostly negotiated. I don't know if the state has an objection to a NOLO. But otherwise, the rest of the offer is fine.
Let me look at his history. You want a NOLO for both or? Let's see.
The one that's not
I'm
holding him, not the
assuming you're
battery.
talking about the simple battery.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I'm not seeing any in this.
So no objection to a NOLO for the criminal trespass and a guilty plea on the simple battery family violence.
No, that's okay. My understanding, that's not holding him, right? Because my
And the criminal trespass is holding him.
right. So he'll be released once he pleads. So I don't want to deal with the simple battery today. If we could just, my understanding is that the victim is deceased. But I don't, I don't have any information beyond what I'm told. So I need to confirm that.
Okay, so on position number 2 on the add-on calendar, Mr. Leroy Cooper, for the simple battery, there'll be a waiver filed and it'll be returned to the
Yes.
division judge. Okay.
Yes.
And for position number 3, the criminal trespass, it'll be a NOLO plea today.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Cooper. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you. Ms. Desiano?
Yes, Your Honor, state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 33 days, credit for time served 33 days, balance suspended, stay away from the Polaris at East Point, located at 307 Washington Road in East Point. And we'd ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and ID for purposes of the plea, nothing further.
So stipulated.
Mr. Cooper, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 008006G, you wish to plead NOLO to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir, I'm not.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
I am so satisfied with her. Thank you.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading NOLO to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, I know.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead NOLO?
No, they haven't.
I will accept the NOLO plea, Mr. Cooper. Good luck to you, sir.
Good night. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Next is position number 27, Mr. Claire.
We'll take him back.
And Ms. Watson Cafe, do you have any more business before the court this morning?
No, are someone able to put the case number for the simple battery in the chat so I can make sure to get that filed?
I'll just give it to you if you want. It's case number 24 CR 000492G.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
And medical, tell me again who we have.
I seen my
Was position number 27, Mr. Player.
Okay, and let's see, what are we doing with Mr. Player this morning?
Negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Good morning, Mr. Player. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Desiano?
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommending 12 months to serve 60 days, credit for time served 19 days, balance probated, no further contact with Joseph Cook, stay away from 855 Peachtree Street, complete an MHET, and no firearms. And we'd ask the defense to stipulate, and if you could sound for the victim, Your Honor. Nothing further.
If Mr. Joseph Cook is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. We stipulate, so one thing is though, we want to make sure that MHET can be done outside of the jail, because since the waiting at the jail is too long.
That's fine with the court that he,
Thank you.
yes, he'll be on probation until he completes the MHET. Let's see, anything further, Ms. Kim?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Player, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 008240G, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, no, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Player. When you complete the MHET, I'll have the probation go to a non-reporting status, okay? Good luck to you, sir.
Right there, right there. Come in here. The next is probation 9 and 10, Thomas Howard.
Okay,
Your Honor, that's the case that, the recommendation is Tom served. He's got a felony charge, that's keeping him, Mr. Cohn had appeared earlier this morning, Judge. No objections.
okay, good morning, Mr. Howard. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the probation revocation calendar that we're conducting by video. Officer Allen?
Your Honor, that is correct. We're asking that his case be time served. He has other matters to tend to. So we are asking for his probation case to be closed.
Okay, do you know how much time he served on this?
Your Honor, he's been in custody, sorry. He's been in custody since December the 16th of 2024.
Okay. All right, I'll accept probation's recommendation, Mr. Howard, time served. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Position number 39, Mr. Kilgraham.
Okay. And this is going to be a negotiated plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Tilgram. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Stesiano?
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommendation is 12 months to serve 40 days, credit for time served 20 days, balance suspended, stay away from 855 Peachtree Street, which is currently the Viewpoint Midtown. And we'd ask the defense to stipulate nothing further.
We do stipulate so, but
Mr. Tilgram, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 0082228G, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
No.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, sir. Good luck to you.
All right.
Position number 34, Sherman.
this is also negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Sherman. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Desiano.
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommendation for count 1 is time served 40 days, credit for time served 20 days. And count 2, 12 months served 40 days, credit for time served 20 days. Balance suspended, stay away from all MARTA property until October 25th, 2025, in accordance with his active MARTA suspension. And we'd ask the defense to stipulate nothing further.
We stipulate so.
Mr. Sherman, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 0082224B, you wish to plead guilty to fair evasion and criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Sherman. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next is position number 35. I think someone needs to speak to him.
I do.
Okay, and this is Mr. Brandon Smith.
Yes.
We'll place you into a breakout room, Ms. Kim. So if we can place
Thank you,
medical,
Your Honor.
Ms. Kim into a breakout room. There's someone in courtroom 2 that we can take?
Yeah, Your Honor. Officer Blunt. Miss McLeod needs to speak to Peacock. He's on force out. And Your Honor, this is going to be position number 19 again, Mr. Nasir Marcus.
Okay,
He spoke to Miss Madison on the phone.
yes, Ms. Madison, what are we doing with Mr. Marcus this morning?
Yeah, so that's gonna be not guilty and we'll be waiving arraignment.
Okay. You'll file that waiver, Mr. Marcus. Mr. Marcus, your case will be returned to the division judge. You'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, our announcement for Mr. Brandon Smith is a waiver of arraignment.
Okay. Mr. Smith, your case will be returned to the division judge. You'll get notification of your next hearing date. Good luck to you, sir.
Johnson, number 14 is next.
And this is going to be a negotiated plea.
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Johnson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you. You can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Desiano.
Yes, Your Honor, state's recommendation for count 1 is 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 2, a $500 fine and an anti-theft course. The state's recommendation for count 2 is 12 months probation, 12 months, serve 36 days, credit for time served 18 days, balance probated, no further contact with Stephanie Rodriguez, stay away from all Home Depot locations, complete 12 weeks of anger management courses, and no firearms. And we'd ask the defense to stipulate, and if you could sound for the victim, nothing further.
Ms. Rodriguez is with us and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Yes, Ms. Madison.
Your Honor, we do so stipulate.
Mr. Johnson, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 008246Y, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting and simple battery. Is that correct?
Yeah, yes,
Are
correct.
you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No,
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
yes, yes,
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Yes, you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges.
Okay.
Because you're pleading guilty, you're giving up that right. You understand that?
Yes,
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
no,
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Johnson. When you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation, okay?
okay,
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Judge Morrow, what is the address for the probation? Is it 136 Mitchell Street?
With probation, one of
132.
It's 132 Mitchell Street, Suite
Okay.
2A.
Okay, I'm writing it down for him. All right.
Okay.
Next is position number 29, Reed.
also a negotiated plea.
Your Honor, let me double check. 29, yes, it is negotiated plea.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Reed. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can place your hand down. Ms. Desiano?
Yes, Your Honor, state's recommendation is 12 months, serve 44 days, credit for time served 22 days, balance probated, stay away from 4000 North Point Circle in Alpharetta, which is currently a store called Von Mar, a $500 fine, 40 hours of community service, and an anti-theft course. And we'd ask the defense to stipulate nothing further.
We stipulate so.
Mr. Reed, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 008235B, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
I understand, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Reed. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation, okay?
Quick question, just to repeat and reiterate what the deputy just said. The probation office, I have to report as soon as I'm released from here, correct?
Ms. Kim,
Yes,
you want to answer this question?
yes. You can report within 48 hours usually.
48 hours, all right.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.
The next person is Mr. Phillips, number 26.
What are we doing with Mr. Phillips today?
Your
Oh,
Honor,
Sir,
Paul Phillips, I was not able to interview yesterday. I was waiting for a long time. So can we have a breakout room, please?
We can. Is there anybody else at medical that we can take before we do the breakout room?
No, I don't have anyone else at this moment.
Okay, so if we can place Ms. Kim and medical into a breakout room, please.
Thank you.
We'll be in recess.
Your Honor, Mr. Paul Phillips, his case will be negotiated plea.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Phillips. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Mr. Essiano?
Yes, Your Honor, state's recommending 12 months served, 36 days, credit for time served, 18 days, balance suspended, stay away from 6129 Old National Highway in South Fulton, which is currently a Chevron station. And we'd ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and ID, nothing further.
We stipulate so.
Mr. Phillips, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 008239F, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Listen to my question. Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
Oh, no, no, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Phillips. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Come on, babe. Got probation, 1 and 2, Mr. Batty.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Batty. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the probation revocation calendar that we're conducting by video. Let's see. Is this your case, Mr. Haddad?
Yes, Judge, it's gonna be the same. I believe Ms. Allen's gonna recommend the, terminate and time served.
Is that correct, Officer Allen?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor, and he has been in custody since December 18th of 2024.
Okay. Mr. Batty, I'll accept probation's recommendation, time served. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor, that concludes my business. May I be excused?
Yes, have a good rest of your day, Officer Allen. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Position number 24.
Okay, this is also going to be a negotiated plea, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Olientis. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Desiano.
Yes, Your Honor, state's recommending for count 1, 12 months to serve 42 days, credit for time served 21 days, balance suspended, stay away from the Shannon Woods Apartments at 6370 Shannon Parkway in Union City. And for count 2, the state will submit a null pros. We'd ask the defense to stipulate nothing further.
Yes, Ms. Madison.
We do so stipulate.
Mr. Olientis, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 008233D, you wish to plead guilty to unlawful squatting. Is that correct?
I believe so, yes, sir.
Okay, that's a yes or a no for me,
Yes.
Mr. Olientis.
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, sir. Good luck to you.
What is that?
It's a time served plea, so if you don't have anything else holding you, you'll be released. Okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Position number 27. I'm sorry, 37. Mr. Stedman.
What are we doing with Mr. Stedman this morning?
Your Honor, actually have to finish up with him. He was undecided. We have to finalize our discussion. May we have a breakout room?
All right, if we can place Miss Kim and medical into a breakout room, please.
I have an announcement for Mr. Harris Stedman. It will be waiver of arraignment.
Okay, Mr. Stedman, your case will be returned to the division judge. You'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir. Good luck to you.
Mr. Murphy, have you talked to your client yet?
I have not. I need to go to breakout room. I'm down at the courthouse now, but I'm available when they send me. That's Robert Mitchell.
I am also waiting to speak with Mr. Picard, Justin Picard.
As soon as the jail is ready for us, we'll place you all into breakout rooms.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Haddad, are you still in courtroom two?
Yes, Judge.
Is there a deputy there with you?
No, it's just
If
me.
someone comes back in, would you please let them know that everybody's waiting? We still have 5 people to go on this calendar, so
Yes, sir.
just let them know that we still have people if they don't, that we need to take care of.
Judge, we coming.
Oh, all right, very good. Thank you.
Judge,
Yes, Mr. Murphy.
were they able to get a hold of Mr. Mitchell?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
They're bringing them in. They're bringing them in one at a time. So
Okay.
we'll get with you as soon as we can.
All good, Judge, as long as I didn't miss something. Okay.
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 Yeah. We're gonna do Mr. Coleman, position number 5. Y'all coming here.
That's my case, Judge.
Okay. You needed to speak with him. Is that right?
I did. I believe it's going to be a plea.
Okay. So if we can place Mr. Murphy and medical into the breakout room, please.
And Your Honor, my apologies. I thought this was actually my case. I thought this was my case, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. So you've spoken with Mr. Coleman,
Yes, Your Honor.
and do you have any indication of what he wants to do today?
I believe he wanted to plead, but I'm not sure if he still wanted to proceed forward with private counsel.
Okay, I'll let Mr. Murphy speak with him. Okay, thank you, Ms. Madison. So if we can go ahead and put Mr. Murphy and medical into the breakout room. They're in the breakout room, Mr. Murphy.
Okay, yeah, I needed to go over there.
Okay.
Judge, that's gonna be a plea on Coleman.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Coleman. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You have to unmute, medical.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. Was that a yes, Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You can place your hand down. Ms. Desiano?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is 12 months served, 70 days, credit for time served, 35 days, balance probated. Stay away from the Polaris at East Point Apartments located at 3072 Washington Road in East Point, and complete 40 hours of community service. We'd ask the defense to stipulate, and just for the court's benefit, he was under a suspended sentence right now from August at the same location. So that's why the state's requesting community service and for the balance to be probated instead of suspended. Nothing further.
Thank you. Mr. Murphy? You with me, Mr. Murphy? Appears that we have lost Mr. Murphy. Is there anyone that we can take in the meantime?
We can do position number 1, Mr. Abdul.
Okay. And Mr. Abdul, this is going to be a negotiated plea, is that correct?
It is, Judge. That's going to be my case.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Abdul. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is a state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Desiano.
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommending 12 months served, 34 days, credit for time served, 17 days, balance suspended. Stay away from 755 Mount Vernon Highway in Sandy Springs. We'd ask defense to stipulate, nothing further.
You stipulate, Judge.
Mr. Abdul, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 008260F, you wish to plead guilty to loitering and prowling. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Good luck to you, Mr. Abdul.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
You're welcome.
Next is number 7, Ferguson. I have a question. Do we need Mr. Justin Peacock?
We do.
I didn't have a position number about him. That's why I didn't know. All right.
He's on the add-on calendar, position number 4 on the add-on calendar.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. And this is Mr. Ferguson. Good morning, Mr. Ferguson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir?
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you. Ms. Desiano?
Is this a negotiated plea? Just confirming.
I have on the paperwork that it's a negotiated plea. Who's representing Mr. Ferguson? Ms. Kim, Ms. Madison,
Your Honor, my apologies. I am representing him.
and it's a negotiated plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Your Honor, state's recommendation for count 1 is 12 months to run concurrent with count 2. No further violent contact with Officer Krista Braithwaite, BRATHWAITE. Count 2, 12 months to serve 120 days. Credit for time served 19 days. Balance probated. No further contact with Reagan Jackson. Stay away from Grady Hospital at 80 Jesse Hill Jr. Drive, except for medical necessity. Complete 12 weeks of anger management. complete an MHET and no firearms. And count 3, 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 2. We'd ask the defense to stipulate, and if Your Honor can sound for the victims, nothing further.
If Ms. Braithwaite or Ms. Johnson unwilling and wish to address the court, now is your opportunity. Ms. Madison?
We do so stipulate.
Mr. Ferguson, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 008251A, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery against a police officer, battery, and criminal trespass and damage to property. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Sure.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Good luck to you, Mr. Ferguson.
Okay, could I ask one question? Will I be,
Ms. Madison?
will I be released today?
It's my understanding that this was not a time served plea, Mr. Ferguson. You need to talk to her, Ms. Madison?
I do, Your Honor. Yeah, we do need to speak. It was my understanding that the rest of his time would be served on probation. Is that not correct?
No.
Okay.
The state's requesting that he serve an additional, math is hard, hold on, 40-ish days.
No, Your Honor. We don't have a plea today. My apologies.
What?
No, we don't have a plea.
Cause I always think I was how she informed me that
I thought it, and I did think that the rest would be served on probation. So my apologies.
Okay, so this will be a waiver of arraignment, and the case will be returned to the division judge. Is that correct, Ms. Madison?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
what happened? I was ready to plea out. I was ready to plea out to a time served.
That was not the offer that was communicated. Mr.
Okay,
Ferguson.
so what's the remaining balance? What's the remaining balance? What the DA was talking, because she says this lawyer say she just started, so she wasn't really understanding.
And my apologies. I did think that it was the rest of his time would be served on probation. My apologies.
Because if I get my remaining balance, if I know the date that I get out, I'll take it. Because she did do good for me. I'll take it if I know the release date.
Okay. Okay. What I would prefer to do, Mr. Ferguson, is that given that. Hold on. I want to make sure that
I would take the plea.
Okay, listen to me. Listen to me for just a second. Since it's going to be that you're going to have to spend more time, I want for Ms. Madison to fully explain to you everything. So what I want to do in this matter is just reset this to my calendar of next week so that she'll have an opportunity to fully talk to you. Okay. It's my understanding that you were under the understanding that you were going to get released today, and that's not the case. Okay. So Ms. Madison, are you with me?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So I'm going to reset this case until next Tuesday. You speak with him and let him know fully what the terms of.
I need to go to I need to go to.
Let's reset it for next week, because what I'm hearing is that it'll be an additional 31 days. So if we reset it the next week, it still would be within that additional 31 days anyways.
Exactly. Okay. So we'll reset it to next Tuesday. I want you to make sure that that you speak with him and that he understands the full implication. Okay. All right. So Mr. Ferguson's case is going to be reset till next Tuesday.
Mr. Murphy's got
All right.
I just said I won't get out today.
Number 12, Mr. Hood.
Your Honor, Mr. Murphy's back.
Okay, well, since we have Mr. Hood here, let's just go ahead and get him done, and we'll return to Mr. Murphy in just a moment. Yes, good morning, Mr.
Come in here.
Good morning, Mr. Hood. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir?
Yeah, I had him holding down because I couldn't hear you.
Repeat what you said, Judge. We couldn't hear you.
Okay, I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, it's my understanding that this is going to be a negotiated plea. Is that correct? Who's representing Mr. Hood?
It's Madison, that's what has on the paperwork.
Miss Madison, are you with me?
I'm here. My apologies, Your Honor.
Okay, it's my understanding that Mr. Hood is a negotiated plea, but you understand that this is also not a time served plea.
So apparently that's an issue, Your Honor. We're probably going to have to recall some of my cases out. When I saw BP, I thought that the rest of the balance would be served on probation. So that's probably going to be an issue for probably all of the cases I've had today.
Okay. So would you like to since this is not a time served plea, would you like to reset Mr. Hood until next Tuesday as well? You're speaking to me, Miss Madison, you're on mute.
Yes, Your Honor, because he's only served 19 days. So I think that would be less than 40 days if we did the jail 2 for 1. So yeah, we would need to reset it because he would have an additional 20 days to serve.
Okay, so we'll reset this until next Tuesday, 1/14. I'll see you back next week, Mr. Hood. If we can go back to Mr. Murphy's case, please.
That's position number 5, Mr. Coleman.
Right. Mr. Murphy, how far did we get before we lost you?
For him to raise his right hand.
Okay, so I've already sworn you in, Mr. Coleman. So, Ms. Desiano, if you'll go through it again for me, please.
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommending 12 months to serve 70 days, credit for time served 35 days, balance probated. Stay away from the Polaris at East Point, located at 3072 Washington Road in East Point, and 40 hours of community service. And we'd ask the defense to stipulate nothing further.
We stipulate to the facts, Judge. My client thought he had the apparent authority to stay at Polaris. He was homeless at that moment. He does stay in a shelter. He'll agree to stay away from Polaris. He's agreed to sign off on the plea paperwork. He's given authority. Judge, given that he had to spend an additional 5 months due to bad connection last week, I was hoping we could just close the case out and eliminate the community service. He does have a job at Pizza Hut, so we were hoping to just close the case out. We would have taken the plea last week, but for my bad connection.
And Mr. Murphy, just for your benefit, the reason the state recommended community service because he took a plea back in August, on August 6th for criminal trespass at the same location where he received a suspended sentence and essentially time served. So that's why the state's recommending community service at this point in probation.
Duly noted. Yes. Then we
Mr. Coleman was here last week, ready to take a time served plea, and because of a bad connection, he had to spend an additional 7 days in jail. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Given that he's had to spend an additional 7 days in jail that he wouldn't have had to spend had you been able to take this time served plea last week, I'm going to count that 7 days for that 40 hours of community service. So I'm going to give him time served today, balance suspended.
Thank you. Appreciate the great support, and I will get the paperwork over to you, to Mr. Michael Jordan, in about an hour. You'll have it, the plea paperwork.
Mr. Murphy. Let me take the plea first, and you're going to have to get it to Miss Lewis, okay?
Forgive me, Judge.
Miss Chapman. Miss Chapman. Thank you, Miss Chapman. Okay.
So I get out today?
Yeah.
You'll get out as soon as the jail can process you out.
Okay, I appreciate it. Bless y'all. Thank y'all.
Okay, so hold on, Mr. Coleman. Let's see, you've been charged in case 24 CR 0080055Y with criminal trespass, is that right?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No. No, sir.
I'll accept your plea, Mr. Coleman. The court sentence will be 12 months to serve 70 days, credit for time served 35 days, balance suspended. Stay away from the Polaris at East Point at 3072 Washington Road.
Yes, I will.
Okay, all
Yes, I
right,
will.
good luck to you, Mr. Coleman. Mr.
Thank
Murphy,
you.
you're welcome, sir. Mr.
Thank
Murphy,
you,
you'll need to
Lord.
get
Bless
that paperwork to Ms. Champion, okay?
Champion, will do, Judge.
Okay, very good.
Next
Have a good
is,
rest of your day.
next is Mr. Peacock. You say he's add-on number 4, I'm not sure.
Okay, Ms. McLeod, this is your case. Are you with me, Ms. McLeod? Can somebody either text Ms. McLeod for the court?
I'll text her.
Thank you, that we're ready for her. Ms. Champion, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And this is our last case, according to my notes. Is that right?
I'm looking through my calendar now.
Okay. Ms. McLeod, do you need to talk with Mr. Peacock?
Yes, Your Honor, I haven't been able to speak to Mr. Peckott yet. I've been trying to see if the jail could find him. They said he was upstairs, but.
Okay, well, he's here with us now, so I'll place you into a
Okay.
breakout room with medical so that you can discuss.
Awesome.
All right, thank you. And while they're discussing, I believe that completes the calendar. Someone let me know if that's not right.
Your Honor, again, my apologies, but I was under the impression that a lot of these were time served pleas, and I'm new, so I'm getting caught up on the lingo. And so it's likely that probably the majority of the pleas I've done this morning are going to have to be reset because I was under the impression that these individuals would be being released.
Okay, so what you're gonna have to do, Ms. Madison, is you're gonna have to identify those cases and you're gonna have to make a motion in that regard because these pleas were gone over in detail while we were doing the pleas. So if you'll get with Mr. Haddad and figure out what you all need to do if any of those were inaccurate. I'm not sure what cases that you're referring to this morning, but if there are some that you believe pleas were taken with a wrong understanding, then you'll have to motion the court, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Haddad, are you with me in courtroom 2?
I am, Judge. I heard what's going on. I'll
Okay.
And Judge, the reason I'm stepped away is my internet is not working. I'm gonna be plugged in. That's why. But
Okay. No, you're fine. I just wanted to make sure that you understand the issue and that you can assist Ms. Madison as we go forward.
yes, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
And Judge, a brief announcement on position 4, that was a potential felony transfer. I just received notification that the DA has accepted that case. So we can reset for at abundance of caution, but that case should be transferred today or tomorrow.
Okay, very good. We'll leave it on next week's calendar and
Okay.
take it off once I sign the transfer order. Let me know when you're ready, Ms. Champion. We can go through the calendar if you would like while we're waiting.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
Position number 1 on the regular SAP calendar was a plea. Position number 2 was a plea. Position number 3 was a plea. Position number 4 is gonna be reset to next Tuesday, SAP 114, pending the signature of the transfer order. Position number 5 was a plea. Position number 6 is gonna be reset further notice. Position number 7 is gonna be reset to the SAP 114. Position 8 through 11 is going to be reset SAP 19, Spanish interpreter needed. Position number 12 is reset SAP 114. Position number 13 was a plea. Position number 14 was a plea. Position number 15 was a plea. Position number 16 is reset SAP 114. That's 16 and 17 and 18.
Judge, I'm sorry, number 16, 17, and 18 are gonna be not guilty, Judge.
Okay, so they waived, you're gonna file a waiver of arraignment and it'll be returned to the division judge.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so those will be reset further notice, jail jury. Position number 19 is reset further notice. Position number 20 is reset further notice, defendant was released. Position number 21 is reset further notice. 22 is reset further notice. 23 is reset further notice. Position number 24 was a plea. Position number 25 is going to be reset to the SAP composite calendar on 1/9. Position 26 was a plea. Position 27 was a plea. Position 28 is reset further notice. Position 29 was a plea. Position 30 was a plea. Position 31 is reset further notice. Position 32 is reset further notice. Position 33 is reset further notice. Position 34 was a plea. Position 35 reset further notice. Position 36 reset further notice. Position 37 is reset further notice. Position 38 was a plea. Position 39 was a plea. Position number 1 on the add-on is reset further notice with a $5,000 pretrial bond. Position number 2 is reset further notice. Position number 3 was a nolo plea. And position number 4 we're holding on. On the probation calendar, position number 1 was time served. Position number 2 was dismissed. Position number 3 was time served. Position number 4 was dismissed. Position number 5 was time served. Position number 6 was time served. Position 7 and 8 was dismissed. Position number 9 was dismissed. Position number 10 was time served. Any other questions?
If not, we'll wait, Ms. McLeod coming back and court will be in recess until that. Ms. Lewis, are you with me? Oh, here we go. Thank you.
Yes, I apologize, Your Honor, but there was a lot of things I needed to discuss with my client. His biggest concern is whether or not he has bonds in the 2021 case. He wants to know whether or not he has a bond in that case.
Let me look. He has an FTA, I believe, in that case.
Right.
He has a $3,000 surety bond on the FTA. But he does have several felony cases with no bond and 3 holds with no bond.
In Fulton County?
Hold up.
I'm sorry?
Does he have those in Fulton County?
He has one in Gwinnett, one in Forsyth, one in Milton.
Yes, he's aware of those. He was wondering whether or not he tells me he doesn't have anything else in Fulton County.
He's got 24 PI 008987 for fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, driving while license suspended. And he's got no bond on that. And then he has another felony case for obstruction, simple battery, possession of a firearm during a commission, and reckless conduct, where he has no bond on the possession of firearm and simple battery, and a $2,500 surety bond on each the willful obstruction and the reckless conduct.
In short, if he accepts his plea offer, he's not going to get out of jail.
Correct.
Okay. Did you hear that, Mr. Pickard?
I went to court yesterday on the felony charges in Fulton, and they dismissed those felonies at the preliminary.
Well, that's not updated on the jailing screen at this point.
Okay, I mean, will it be updated? Because they did dismiss it yesterday.
Judge, maybe we could reset this to Thursday. I mean,
Probably
even
would
if
be
he
a good
takes a plea,
idea.
Ms. McLeod, he has 3 other holds, so.
Yeah, because I need to see if he still has anything holding him in Fulton County.
Yeah, I don't mind taking care of everything today. I know they dismissed all the charges yesterday. And when I went to court yesterday, I understand that sometimes the system can be backed up and it takes a minute to get through the system. However, I was trying to see if the failure to appear on the 2021 case could be resolved today, and maybe I could bond out on the 2024 case. If I bond out on the 2024 case and the failure to appear, I do understand that the felonies from yesterday that I went to court on yesterday were dismissed. It'll be updated, and I would just have to deal with my Forsyth and Gwinnett cases.
So I wish to take a plea. Let me
All
just
right,
say
so
that.
why don't
Because I
we-
wish to take a plea.
He does?
He does not, Your Honor, because there's a term in it that's untenable for him. He says he
Okay, well,
has to
that's
have
the- well, that's-
contact with the mother of his children.
And Your Honor,
Okay.
just,
Well,
it looks like
If
he has
he's
a-
not gonna take a plea, if he doesn't take a plea, then we'll just waive arraignment and return it to the division judge.
Okay, all right, what does that mean if you don't mind me asking?
You will get to go to court.
And Your Honor, I'm looking at what happened yesterday. His bond was denied. He did have two charges that were dismissed at the prelim yesterday, but not his entire case was not dismissed.
What bond was
It was just-
denied?
Okay, hold on 1 second. None of that matters to this court, okay? If he's not gonna take a plea in this case, then he can resolve all of that with the Superior Court at another time, okay?
Okay.
So it's my understanding, Ms. McLeod, he doesn't want to take a plea. As such, you'll file a waiver of arraignment and it'll be returned to the division judge.
Your Honor. And I just want to explain to Mr. Pickard so he knows. You still
Okay, so
I'm still
If you can-
confused.
if
I
you
don't
can
know if I
explain
need to take a plea or not, sir. I don't know if I
Okay.
need to take a plea or not. I'm still trying to figure it out. You know,
Okay, well, let me explain. If you take this plea today, you will still not leave Fulton County because you have pending felony matters which have not yet been resolved. So accepting this plea offer today would not allow you to get out. Even if we went non-negotiated and the judge agreed that you could have contact with Ms. Wright, which I'm not saying that's going to happen, you still would have to sit here in Fulton County until your felony cases get resolved.
okay, all right. And so as far as my case from yesterday, you said I was received no bond?
There is an order in that says bond denied, and it looks like some of your charges were dismissed, but not all of them. And then there was an order that says bond denied.
On what charge, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm not sure, sir. You can look it up.
I was told that the charges were dismissed, and then the rest of the charges that I had a bond on. The ones that I didn't.
All it says is this case came before the court on defendant's motion to modify bond after careful consideration of the arguments presented and by the defendant's attorney, bonds denied.
Okay, all right. So therefore, let me.
Okay, so we're not going to resolve this right now, Ms. McLeod. I can either
Can I
accept.
take a non-negotiated plea by any chance?
I'm not taking any pleas today. So we're not going to do it because I feel as though you need more information before you take any plea. Ms. McLeod needs to look into this more so that she can properly advise you. I can either reset this till Thursday or I can return it to the division judge. What would you like for me to do, Ms. McLeod?
If Ms. McLeod,
I'm not speaking with you, sir. I'm speaking with your attorney.
I think given what I have learned from the state and his situation, it probably would be best if it's returned to the division judge.
Thursday is good. Thursday is okay. That'll give me time to be able to come back and Thursday will be okay for me. I will be able to give you guys a final answer on Thursday.
Ms. McLeod?
I'm okay with Thursday as well, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. We'll reset it until 1/9. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. I believe that completes the calendars for today. Anything further this afternoon? If not, you all have a good rest of your day. I'll see you next
Thank you, Your Honor. You do the same.
Bye.